Y'all, Mike Tyson fans have got to be the most, like, a lot of them, man, a lot of the Mike Tyson fanatics, they got an excuse for every time he lost. A lot of them are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in sports. Because they will trash other fighters to death about how this dude was trash and he wasn't this and he wasn't that. But when we talk about Mike Tyson's losses, they always get an excuse for every single loss. Everyone. It never fails, right? So I'm on I'm on Facebook, right? And I'm looking at, somebody made a boxing post about the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight. And the guy was basically saying that he don't understand why people are calling Errol Spence overrated, calling him trash, basically saying he was never no good when the dude had 28 fights, 22 knockouts, and then he had 3 belts at the welterweight division, which was considered one of the hottest divisions in boxing. And now the guy's average because he ran into a buzzsaw like Terrence Crawford. He was basically just saying what I said, right? Errol is far from average. He's a great fighter. He just ran into a legendary type of fighter. Errol's a great fighter. He ran into a generational guy. That's what the post is basically saying. And here, lo and behold, someone comes in the comment section. He starts calling Errol Spence an overrated hype job, PBC built up hype job. He was never that good. Errol Spence was average at best. All this and how, all calling dude an Errol-sexual. You all always trying to defend dude. I don't care. Y'all all coming out like Voltron to defend dude. All this shit, all that shit, right? And the dude who made the post was like, man, listen, it's boxing. Things happen. Dude, Errol Spence will be back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes guys have a bad day at the office, right? And that was an extremely bad day for Errol Spence. But I feel like Terrence Crawford is all wrong for Errol Spence, right? But he was like, sometimes guys have bad days at the office. Even your guy Mike Tyson did. And he said even your guy Mike Tyson because the dude who was calling Errol Spence an overrated PBC built-up hype job had Mike Tyson as his profile picture, right? So when the dude basically told him even your guy Mike Tyson did, oh my God, here it come. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. Mike Tyson wasn't the same Mike Tyson when he fought Buster Douglas. By the time he fought Buster Douglas, Customato had died and all of this and all of that. And when he fought Evander Holyfield, he was fresh out of jail and he wasn't the same. All this shit. You like, dog, for real? That same person who making him excuses for Mike Tyson would be pissed if people make the excuse for Errol Spence about the car accident or about the eye injury, any of that. I bet you my bottom fucking dollar. But when it comes to Mike Tyson, oh my God, they cover him and try to carry him and hold him and cherish him like Steven from Django did Calvin Candy, his slave master. Calvin! They do all of that. It's ridiculous, dog. Like, for real. When Customato died, Customato, all that goof ass. They always, when Customato died, and when Customato died, when Cus died, Tyson didn't know what to do, and he really didn't know what to do. Man, knock it off, dog. They always talking that, man. When Mike Tyson turned to narcotics and he was doing the drugs, man, cut it the fuck out. Like, come on, who fault is that? Who fault is that Mike Tyson was doing drugs before he fought Buster Douglas? Like, it ain't Evander Holyfield fault Mike was in jail and all of that. And we not gonna even give him that out. I'm never giving him that out of being in jail. Because by the time he got to Evander Holyfield, he was a unified champion. He won the WBC heavyweight title and a WBA heavyweight title from Bruce Seldon, WBC title from Frank Bruno, right? But there's always some type of excuse every single time for Mike Tyson. And again, they would trash any other fan base for having excuses. But for Mike, oh my God, Evander was using his head. Evander was using his head. He was headbutting. Oh, Mike. Man, Mike bit that ear to get out of that fight, man. He knew he was in a world of trouble. He wanted to find a way out. I don't care what y'all talking about. I watched that fight. I saw that fight. Man, I watched it time and time again. He wanted a way out. Evander Holyfield was not intimidated at all from the start. And when Mike knew that, he knew he was in a world of trouble because Evander Holyfield was cracking him back, fighting him back. He was not intimidated by the name. He wasn't intimidated by Mike's presence or aura like a lot of the other opponents was. He came to fight Mike and beat Mike and win the belts from Mike Tyson. He wanted to say, listen, I want to become the top dog. But it's always an excuse for Mike Tyson. Oh, Mike Tyson. Dude talking all that shit about Errol Spence. But I promise you, he probably tell people Mike Tyson the second greatest heavyweight to ever live. Or if not the greatest. When we all know that's not true. Because he's not even the greatest heavyweight from his own era. You know what I'm saying? And listen, Mike Tyson was a phenomenal fighter, a dynamo, youngest heavyweight champion ever, which is an all-time great accomplishment, right? But let's be for real, man. Mike Tyson, he was, I promise y'all, I'm kid you not. By the time Mike Tyson was 24, it started to look like Mike was out of his prime. By the time he was 24 years old. Or, yeah, but 24, 23, around that time. You know what I mean? So his real prime lasted for what, 4 years for real? You know what I'm saying? And not because of no drug usage, none of that. Like, no. It wasn't because of that. But they always want to, oh, he was on drugs and oh my God. And, man, they would never, I'm telling you, the same Mike Tyson fans never give nobody else none of them outs they give Mike. They got an excuse for every time Mike lost. Every time. Even, like, again, they got an excuse for the Buster Douglas loss. Oh my God, it's always Customado. Always cuss. It's always jail. Bro, how you become unified heavyweight champion out of jail, dog? The same way they'll tell you Errol Spence, he beat Danny Garcia, he beat Ugas, and he won Ugas' belt, which he did. So I'm never giving Errol Spence the car accident. I'm never giving him that. And I'm an Errol Spence guy. That's my dog, right? But if I did, they'd get on my head. If anybody else out there doing that, the Mike Tyson fanatics would kill him. But when they come to Mike, oh no. He get all the excuses in the world for what happened to him. Every single thing. You don't know what Mike was going through. Man, he had to do drugs. It was the thing. He was addicted to the women, man. And Robin Givens did that to Robin Givens. Man, come on, dog. For real. Like, man, they would never give anybody else that out at all. And I've seen it. I've seen it, man. You feel me? Like, I've seen a lot of athletes have women problems. Floyd Mayweather had his problem. Miss Jackson left Floyd for Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Left Floyd for Nelly. Floyd went to jail for a few months, came out of jail. You know what I mean? Had all type of distraction. The girl, he had the domestic violence stuff above his head, and he always still seemed to be within himself in the ring. He still seemed to be within himself in that ring, and was sharp as attack. Sharp as an axe or attack, whatever you want to slice it. But why Mike Tyson got to get all these? When he got some issues, we all got to take it into account every single time. Nobody else get no issue excuses. But Mike, oh man, it's a reason. It's got to be a reason that Mike lost, that this can't be this the guy that just was better that night. It can't be he fought a better opponent. It's always Customado. Cuss. Oh my God, Joe. Like, for real, like, and no disrespect to Customado. Let me stop playing, man. But they always point to that. He was on drugs. The drugs. Why did he? Mike with the girls, the women, man. The women got the Mike, and Mike couldn't be himself, and Mike couldn't be the real Mike Tyson that we know. Like, man, dog, like, for real. Come on, man. Like, knock it off, man. Knock it off. For real, man. Knock that. Like, they dated. I'm telling you, Mike Tyson fanatics, some of the worst fanatics I've ever seen in the world. They got a reason for everything, a reason for every season. What happened to Mike? You got to understand. If it wasn't for the women, if it wasn't for the drugs, you got to understand. When he came out of jail, he wasn't the same fighter. But he won. He became unified heavyweight champion of the world. You know, beat Frank Bruno, beat Bruce Seldon, beat Buster Mathis before that. You know what I'm saying? But, like, come on, man. Really? It kills me, man. It really, really kills me. You know? But hey, it is what it is. But I had to get on their head. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.